Hi, you can see, can't you? Our house is a little different from the others on the street. That's because, well, we're a little different. I'm Marc Berry. And I'm deaf, just like everybody else in my family. Welcome to our house, and welcome to our world. This is our mum. She's tidying up after all of us again.
Hello, I'm Caroline. My sign name is this because I have rosy cheeks.
In deaf culture, most people have a special sign that refers to an aspect of their personality. My name means big smile. Here's my sister. She's texting as usual.
I don't always text. I'm Kylie. I'm 18. I was flatting before. Now I've moved back here. I'm saving money, and then I'll go to Auckland.
Her sign name refers to the way she used to suck her fingers when she was little. If you're inside wondering where my dad is, he'll definitely be outside for a bit of quiet with his lovebirds. Dad?
Hi, my name is Peter. My nickname, or sign name, is Popeye. And that's when I was younger, I used to ask questions, and my eyes used to pop out of my head. My hobby is the lovebirds. I like to breed them, and I've been doing that for just over 10 years now. I'm interested in crossing the colours. It's a good time out. If the kids have been arguing, come out and have a break.
Now I'm going to introduce you to my younger sister, Rachel. She really loves music more than the rest of us. And the reason for that is her hearing is much better than the rest of the family, and she can hear more.
Hi, my name's Rachel. My sign name's Rachel because when I was little, I used to have curly hair. I'm in the family. I have more hearing and plus deaf. This is my family member, Honey. She's also our family dog. You ready?
The older three children went to Van Ash School for the Deaf, but Marc wants to find his place in the hearing world.
I am a deaf person. I've had that upbringing of being in deaf culture. So I have to learn the majority culture, which is hearing society. If I make mistakes along the way, that's fine. It's never too late to learn.
Rachel went to Avonside Girls High.
Sometimes when I'm in the hearing world, I feel like signing. And when I have to do a speech at school, I have to talk. Sometimes don't feel comfortable, but yeah, in the deaf world, I can do both. Deaf people are impressed, wow, you can speak. Yeah.
What feels really different is deaf people are really straight up and will say if they don't like you, so you know where you stand. But with hearing people, I'm sometimes not sure. Have they understood me? If deaf people are talking with one another, if you're uncertain, you'd say, what are you talking about?
Personally, I think deaf people are more funner. No offence.
Rachel acts as an interpreter for her family.
They can't talk which one they want, so they ask me to come along or like to speak to them, tell them what they want, and yeah, it's a lot easier for them.
In 6 out of 10 cases, deafness is genetic. Carolyn and Peter were both born to hearing parents, so weren't sure if their children will be deaf.
No, it didn't matter at all. Our aim was to have healthy children. Deaf, hearing, disabled, we were going to accept them.
This is Bunnings, where I'm working to save for uni next year. I enjoy working here. It's helped me gain in confidence. learning how to lip read. I'm independent, making friends my own age. I like it. It's good fun.
Staff here make Mark feel welcome. His boss has even learned basic sign language.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, good, thanks.
I've just been told what you want me to do.
Okay, great work. Can you please go and get a wave and bring it here and pull down all the product to fill up the shelves? The biggest effort has been made by Mark because it must have been pretty scary for him to come and work with a whole lot of hearing people. We did a night where we all wore earplugs for the evening, just try and get an idea of what it was like to be deaf. And I found that the biggest challenge that I faced being deaf for that night was to not know if people were talking to me or to feel like I was left out. So after experiencing that, we've made a very concerted effort to make sure that he's included in everything. 3, please. The only hurdle that I can see is people's attitude. He has a fabulous attitude when he's working and wanting to communicate and wanting to help people. It's just the hearing people, how much patience do they have?
When I meet a customer that doesn't want to use pen and paper to communicate, I find that disappointing because I know that I can help. But their attitude stops that. They think I can't help and will ask another staff member for assistance instead.
I think you need.
Probably only 2 litres.
Mark spent a year in America. He went to high school there and says people were supportive.
The cheapest, but
While I was in America, I learnt that hearing people in the US have a more advanced attitude, and this was through years of lobbying by deaf people. Deaf people aren't stupid.